You ever admire someone so much that you literally won't shut up about them just for them to act like you don't exist? Yeah, that's basically Tyla with Rihanna right now. Tyla, the South African star who gave us Water, a song so catchy it basically turned the internet into a dance floor, has been screaming from every rooftop that Rihanna is her biggest inspiration. And Rihanna, not even a double tap, not even a cute dress babe, nothing. Which has fans asking, why is Rihanna ignoring Tyla? Like, is there actual beef here? Did Tyla say something shady? Or is Rihanna just being Rihanna? Rich, unbothered, and very into pretending people don't exist. It gets messier, because while Rihanna's giving Tyla the silent treatment, she's out here hyping up Era Star, posting her music, gassing her up, maybe even offering a collab. Meanwhile, Tyla's getting zero crumbs. Not a single wink emoji. Is it jealousy? A PR move? Or maybe Tyla crossed a line when she said she wants to be even bigger than Rihanna? We're breaking down every moment, every interview, every ignored flower bouquet to figure out what's really going on. Buckle up, this one's juicy. So let's talk about Tyla, because this girl didn't just emerge, she exploded. One minute no one knew her name, and the next she's performing on Jimmy Fallon, walking red carpets, and topping global charts with Water. It was giving overnight sensation, but with actual talent to back it up. And through it all, she never stopped mentioning Rihanna. Like, we're talking Rihanna in every single interview. From early radio spots to red carpet interviews, Tyla has made it crystal clear. Rihanna is the blueprint, not Beyonce, not Mariah, not even fellow South African stars, just Rihanna. She talks about how Rihanna inspired her to believe that a non-American black girl could make it globally, and honestly, that's beautiful. Rihanna did pave the way for a lot of artists who didn't grow up in the US, but at some point, people started noticing that the energy was kind of one-sided, because Rihanna hasn't said anything. Not a repost, not a follow, not a single "congrats, queen." Like, Tyla could be performing in Rihanna's backyard, and sis still wouldn't flinch. And the stans, they're clocking it, especially because artists like Beyonce, who Tyla barely mentions, have acknowledged her. Beyonce even sent Tyla a bouquet and a note. Classic Beyonce PR move, but still a gesture of respect. Meanwhile, Tyla was still out here shouting, Rihanna this, Rihanna that. She even said out loud that she hopes to take Rihanna's spot someday. And listen, we love confidence, but you know, fans, and maybe even Rihanna herself, took that personally. Some people are saying, okay girl, admire your faves, but don't get too comfortable claiming their throne. Because while it's cute to dream big in the celebrity world, that can come off like shade real fast. Still, Tyla never switched up. She stayed loyal. And honestly, that might be what makes this so awkward. It's like watching someone confess their love on national TV and the other person just blinks and sips their drink. Is Rihanna truly unbothered? Or is she sending a subtle message by ignoring Tyla altogether? Let's look deeper into the silence that's got fans doing detective work in DMs and dissecting every IG story Rihanna doesn't post. At first, people thought Rihanna was just busy. You know, billionaire things, running Fenty, raising kids, not dropping albums. But the more Tyla shouted her out and got no response, the more it started feeling less like I'm busy and more like I'm ignoring you on purpose. And fans noticed everything. It started on X, formerly Twitter, but whatever, we still call it Twitter. People were like, how has Beyonce, Janet Jackson, Ciara, and half the music industry acknowledged Tyla, and Rihanna still hasn't blinked? Like, at some point, it's not a coincidence anymore. Even Janet Jackson posted herself dancing to Water on tour. Janet Jackson, a literal icon. She went out of her way to show Tyla love. Meanwhile, Rihanna? Nothing. She's got time to fangirl over Era Star, but won't even acknowledge Tyla exists. Suspicious. And then there's Kiara. She literally said she's been watching Tyla and would love to work with her. Kiara, who Tyla hasn't even mentioned in interviews. That's what makes this whole Rihanna thing weirder. Other icons are giving her props unsolicited. Rihanna's the only one keeping it ghost mode. The fan theories started flooding in. Some think Rihanna feels like Tyla's copying her style too much. Others say it was the "I want to take Rihanna's spot" comment that crossed the line. And there's always the possibility that Rihanna just doesn't like being idolized so intensely, especially by someone who also wants her crown. It's giving admire me quietly, babe. The wildest part, even Beyonce, who's known for her icy silence, still found time to acknowledge Tyla. So what's Rihanna's excuse? That's what fans are asking. And some of them, they're mad. One person tweeted, Rihanna ignoring Tyla while praising Era Star feels very deliberate. Not everything's shade, but this ain't innocent. Another said, imagine your idol pretending you don't exist while everyone else is showing you love. I'd cry. And honestly, same. Is Rihanna trying to send a message? Or is this just a coincidence people are blowing out of proportion? Let's rewind the clock a bit, because Rihanna's done something like this before, and it involved none other than Queen Bee herself. If this whole idol goes silent while you rise thing feels familiar, it's because it's literally happened before, to Rihanna herself. Back when Rihanna was the new girl on the scene, people kept comparing her to Beyonce. The hair, the vibes, the Jay-Z cosign. The internet was having a field day, and guess what Beyonce did? Nothing. She ignored Rihanna for years. Not a word, not a collab, not even a shady tweet. She left Rihanna to fend for herself, just like Rihanna is now doing to Tyla. And the irony? It's giving giving full circle moment, but make it emotionally unavailable. Rihanna once said Beyoncé was her biggest inspiration. Sound familiar? Because Tyla's saying the exact same thing about Rihanna now. And just like Bey never publicly acknowledged Rhea at first, Rihanna's now ghosting Tyla. It's like a weird initiation ritual. You admire the queen ignores you, and if you survive the emotional damage, then maybe you get a cosign. And remember those rumors back in the day about Rihanna and Jay-Z? The tabloids were obsessed, and that made things even weirder between her and Beyoncé. Fans are now wondering, did Rihanna learn from that silence and decide to play the same cold game with Tyla? Whatever the case, it's giving inspiration turned intimidation. So now we're wondering, is this what happens when you reach too hard towards your idols? Do they ice you out? Or is it just a power move to stay mysterious? Let's get into the next twist in this saga, because while Rihanna's ignoring Tyla, she's very much showing love to another rising African star, Era Star. And that might be the real plot twist here. Okay, so Rihanna's ignoring Tyla. Cool, cold, icy. But here's where it gets spicy. She's not ignoring everyone. Enter Era Star, Nigerian artist, rising Afrobeats queen, and apparently Rihanna's new fave. Because while Tyla's getting left on red by the universe, Era is getting love. Real love. As in, Rihanna literally said she's obsessed with her. Yup. There's a clip of Rihanna fangirling over Era's music, telling stories about how her cousin put her on, and how she couldn't stop listening once she heard it. She even hinted she'd love to give Era a verse. A verse! Meanwhile, Tyla's been out here building altars in Rihanna's name, and sis won't even send her a peace emoji. This didn't go unnoticed. Fans started comparing the two instantly, and it definitely didn't help that there was already tension between Era and Tyla's fandoms. Tyla's fans have been dragging Era for being less global, while Era's fans clap back with at least Rihanna likes her. It's messy. Now it feels like Rihanna is choosing sides, loudly, and when your idol sides with your rival, that stings. Some people think Rihanna is just genuinely vibing with Era more. Others believe she's making a statement, subtly shading Tyla by spotlighting Era instead. Either way, the internet is treating it like a diss track without the music. So what does this all mean? Is Rihanna sending a coded message? Is Tyla reading too deep into her silence? Or are we all just addicted to celebrity drama? Let's unpack the theories, because at this point it's giving she said nothing, but said everything. By now, the theories are spiraling, and honestly, some of them are wild, but also kind of make sense. One theory, Rihanna doesn't mess with people who openly say they want her spot. Tyla's "I want to be even bigger than Rihanna" comment might have come from confidence, but in the industry, that can easily be taken as shade. And Rihanna is known for giving zero grace once she feels disrespected, even unintentionally. Another theory, Rihanna's just over the whole idol worship thing. She's been in the game for over a decade, built an empire, and probably isn't in the mood to mentor someone who's also trying to compete with her. Some fans think Rihanna respects quiet ambition, not public standing that feels clingy or calculated. And then there's the messiest one. Some believe Rihanna just doesn't see Tyla as original, that she sees too much of her own brand in Tyla, from style to visuals to the cool girl energy, which might explain the silent treatment. It's not hate, it's discomfort. But let's flip the perspective. Maybe Rihanna's silence isn't personal at all. Maybe she just doesn't care. She's got 2 kids, a beauty empire, and hasn't dropped an album in 8 years. Tyla might be the internet's new favorite, but Rihanna, she's in a different era. Oh, you can't sit with me because I don't even go here anymore? Era. And in the end, Tyla's doing just fine. Viral hits, global tours, industry cosigns, Grammy buzz without Rihanna's help. So the real question might not be, why is Rihanna ignoring Tyla? It might be, does Tyla even need Rihanna anymore? Let's wrap this up. At the end of the day, maybe Rihanna's silence is a statement, or maybe she's just moved so far past the music scene that she doesn't even notice the noise. Either way, one thing's clear. Tyla is rising, with or without a nod from her idol. But let's be real. When your biggest influence won't even acknowledge you while cheering on someone else, it hits different. Is that personal, strategic, or just cold? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know where you stand. And if you're into deep dives that cut through the headlines and get into the why, hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. We've got more stories that don't just spill tea. They ask the questions no one else does. Catch you in the next one.